European football analyst and joins us now from London. So let's talk about his time at Napoli, Mina. How did he transform that city and that club?
It's interesting now when we look at some of the greatest football players, from Lionel Messi to Cristiano Ronaldo, we obviously always associate them to the big club. But Maradona chose to go to Napoli, which at the time was a side that wasn't just mediocre, it was less than mediocre. One that many had always accused of being forgotten by other Italians. Italian football was successful because of the great northern teams, from Juventus to Internazionale Milano, and of course AC Milan. They were the ones that regularly won the trophies and really got all the success. So when Maradona, the greatest player, decided to join Napoli at the time, it was pandemonium. He put them on the map on a footballing wise. It was almost as if everyone remembered who they were. And when he managed to score a free kick against Juventus in 1985, some of the fans and spectators sitting down suffered actual heart attacks because they couldn't believe it. I mean, for Napoli, he was a saint and a sinner. He was the man who saved them, a man who put them on the map, a man who gave them ecstasy with the style of play that he produced, with the magic he produced. He won them trophies they never imagined they would ever see in their lifetime. He took this city that had suffered from so much territorial discrimination and still does, from the northerners in Italy to other areas. Football just wasn't associated to success when it came from the south. Roma had won it, Lazio had won it, but Napoli winning a Scudetto was something else. And the fact that he took them there really on his own practically in 1987, the first Scudetto they won, was something of legend.
Yeah, it was extraordinary, wasn't it? But he did have his struggles, failed drugs tests, a ban from football. Tell us about the dark side of Maradona.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in one of his first press conference in Napoli, he was asked about the links between the city and Camorra, the mafia organization, the crime syndicate in Naples, and that caused a lot of disgruntled people. This was the problem with him. He was seen as the flawed genius. He was a man that could produce so much and save them from so much, but at the same time, he was heavily protected by those who knew at the time he was suffering from substance abuse. This allegedly started when he was at Barcelona at the time and then took its toll as well in Napoli. Eventually, the protection started to wane from the Italians. He did, of course, score a penalty against them in the 1990 semi-final of the World Cup, which was staged in Italy and, in fact, in Napoli. A lot of people were disturbed by this, by his appeals to the Neapolitans to embrace him and to cheer on for Argentina because they were so forgotten about by the rest of Italy. But, of course, they sided with the Azzurri and he defeated them. And after that, you saw that a lot of people started to move away. His substance abuse took over the headlines more and more. There wasn't all the type of protection he was perhaps offered before that. And eventually he was given a 15-month ban for testing positive for cocaine. And he left Napoli with perhaps behind from the closed doors, hardly the kind of entrance that he made to Naples. He left all alone practically.
Mina, thank you. Mina Rzouki there.